Baltimore is more than crabs in the wire, and I'm here to share the real stories of the real, true talented people in the city who don't get the recognition that they deserve. Please sit back, relax, subscribe, and watch how we make the whole world want to be more like us. Y'all back again, week 6? Y'all love me. I love y'all too, right? No, but welcome to Be More Like Us 410 TV. I know you didn't miss last week's episode, right? Well, if you did, you crazy, because we had the owner of the Black Speakers Network here, man. Do you know that man got over 12,000 people in his network? I know that, I don't know about y'all, but that's a lot of people. That's not like 1,200. That's 12,000. A lot of people that believe in your dream, but I ain't gonna tell y'all too much. Y'all gotta go back last week and go check that video out, all right? But stay tuned right here. Stay tuned while you're right here so we can talk about this week. And make sure you like, click, and kick the click, that subscribe button, because why would you ever want to miss out on the episode?
So, y'all know what I always say. I'm highly excited because I'm always going to be highly excited about all my guests, and that's just that. But today is real special to me because I told y'all cannot get on Be More Like Us 410 unless you from the city or you for the city. So, this is a super special guest. This is history right here. This is my first guest ever to not be from Baltimore, but show love to the city. So, y'all can't call Easy a liar. Easy love the city, and people outside of the city love the city too. I have a super special guest, and we're going to talk about gun safety, but none other than the baddest man on the planet, my man Mark Choppa. What it do, Mark?
Hey, man, I'm doing good, brother.
My DC brother.
That's right, man. I got love for y'all, man. Be more like us, man.
Yeah.
Be more like y'all, man, for sure.
So speaking of love for the city, what about love for your city? Like I said, you're not from here, so tell us a little bit more. Where you from? Who are you? And how did your childhood affect the man that you are today?
Oh, man. All right, so I'm from Northeast Washington, D.C.
Okay.
Also PG County. Growing up, grew up with a single mom. We had a lot of love, but as most kids with single mothers, we didn't have that much money. So we floated around, ended up in homeless shelters in Greenbelt, Maryland. It was a little homeless shelter there. And so it was frustrating as a child, not having things that other kids had. So I started getting in trouble. And it had a lot to do with just not happy with myself,
Take your time, man.
Yeah. But let's talk about my mom,
Yeah, let's talk about
my mama, and she loved all of us. She raised us. It was 3 boys at the time. Me and my 2 brothers.
Okay.
She didn't allow us to play with guns, and I don't blame her. Little black boy was getting gunned down in the streets, and just playing with toy guns.
Yeah.
So she didn't let us play with no water guns, no Nerf guns, none of that.
Wow.
And I just showed you the lack of normalization we had in our community with young black men with firearms. It wasn't restrictive. I don't want to say it was frowned upon.
Right.
It was frowned upon. But you go to these rural counties and with these white children, they going hunting. They're training with their fathers. They're training as a family. And that's something I'm trying to normalize in our communities, because we're not educated on gun safety. We're not educated on handling firearm, and we're not educated on just being prepared. And that's a problem.
So, let's talk about trauma, PTSD, and all the things that gets overlooked in the black community as well.
Yeah,
it doesn't get normalized. We always have to be strong, be tough, stop crying. You're a punk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What looking back on your life, right, and your journey to entrepreneurship, we're gonna get there. That's the fluff stuff, right? What was the most traumatic thing that ever happened to you that you feel like you want to talk about, and how did you overcome it?
Oh man, so this is definitely going to get deep. About 2 years ago, I was involved in a justified homicide. It was 4 young brothers around the age bracket of 23 to 27, and going to rob somebody, and I happened to be right there. I happened to be with the guy. At the time, a lot of people don't know I wasn't working security at the time. I'm known for being a bodyguard, but I happened to be there at I don't know if to say the wrong time, the wrong place.
All right, gotcha. This was it.
You know, it was definitely an unfortunate situation altogether, and it's very traumatic. Where I had to defend myself and defend others that was there. Right. And they got all ski masks, and they all had firearms. So I ended up having to shoot one of the brothers, and his name was Javon Smith. I will never forget the name. And next day, it was just that night. Actually, it's going to that night where it felt like, you know, I really couldn't breathe because I had to take one of my own. You know, like, so that bothers me until this day. You know, I don't think I would ever get over that. So a message I would definitely want to put out to the young brothers, you know, before you pull that trigger, just remember you won't have to live with that for the rest of your life, whether you were righteous
or not.
Right. You know. So that was definitely the most traumatic situation I ever had to overcome. And not only the fact that I had to take a man's life, I had to deal with the consequences from, you know, being a young black man, defending himself, killing a man in Washington, D.C.
Other side of America.
Yep. So it seemed like the whole government, whole world came down on me. They took every shot they can take at a young black man.
Pulled up every record. Pulled up every picture on social media.
Yep. All my pictures were showed on social media in that courtroom. Yep. So they definitely tried to discredit me. They tried to tarnish my reputation. And honestly, it was times that I just felt like I couldn't get up. I couldn't get up and face this. But I got up anyway.
And how did you get up? Let's talk about that. Let's get out that dark space. What did you do to rise through the ashes?
Love, man. Love for my children. They watching. They was coming to my court dates. They were watching. So, and
you had to come home.
Yeah.
In both situations.
Yeah.
Because I got kids and I understand. Well, still they never got me explained.
Yeah, for sure. It's just that after that situation, it was a learning experience for me. So, with allegedly at the time, my firearm wasn't registered. So now, I'm putting it out there for all our youth. Before you go pick up a gun off the street, do it the right way. Do it the right way, so you don't have to be penalized and you don't have to
have the world come down on you.
Have the world come down on you.
Right, I got you, bro.
Because you didn't handle your business. So that's my message, man. Stay lethal and legal.
So, wow, I'm still letting that all sit in from that talk. That's deep. But now I feel like the reason I asked that is because everything ties into you, like I said, your adulthood, right?
Yeah.
And now I noticed you on this entrepreneurship journey. So you got through that situation, you got love to overcome it, and now that love motivated you to start a business behind it. So can you explain to the world what is your business and exactly, how did it all start?
So my business, I own a tactical gear store. It's online. It's called Lethal and Legal. It's more so committed to being more urban and with a city
flair style.
Yeah, city style. Yeah.
Okay.
We have bulletproof vests. We have a lot of different defensive and protective gear coming.
Okay. That's what's up.
And it has that city look, different colors, and our people can wear it.
I'm gonna get a piece.
Yeah, for sure. And our bulletproof vests, they are bulletproof. They come with level 3 plates inside the vest. Yeah, so
So none of that just the fashion stuff. This is real tactical.
Real tactical. Yeah.
And I am a licensed gun holder, so I'm excited about that.
That's wonderful, man. I'm definitely gonna get you one, bro.
Yeah, we still gotta go to the range. I'm excited, so we will talk about that later.
Yeah, for sure.
But a little bit more about your business.
So you can go online, lethallegal.com, check it out. It started from me starting to open up more to the world.
Okay.
Because I was silent about the whole incident for about 2 years. I haven't really put myself out there.
Talking about anything, right?
Yeah, of course. And I started being more creative. Started tuning into my creative side.
How creative?
Doing my skits. Okay. Doing music. Supporting self-defense. You can download self-defense on all platforms. Self-defense by Mark Choppa.
Okay. Download it right now. Go ahead. Listen right now.
Yeah, for sure. It's Apple Music. Apple.
That's what I got.
Cool. So I started doing these things and putting it online, and the support was it was crazy. I didn't realize, for one, I was so funny, for sure. And for two, I didn't know it would touch so many people and inspire so many people all across the board. I'm getting people from Europe, getting people from Africa sending me messages, hey, we're with you. We love you. We love what you're doing. We love your movement. So it's an actual movement that we're normalizing black families carrying firearms, legal firearms. And that's the narrative that we're changing.
They say your gift will make room for you.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Your gift will make room for you.
Whoa, that's deep.
So when you said you're living in your gift, now the world is opening up to you.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's deep, man. And I believe that for sure.
So let's switch it up a little bit. All right. People super deep. We talk about business and trauma and all that.
Yeah, man.
Change the vibes in here real quick. We gotta change the vibe. So you say you love the city. You got love for the city. Big Bmore like us love. All right, cool. So if you so Baltimore, I ask you a question.
All right.
You don't even know the question. Is that fair to say? I've never asked you this question. You don't know the answer.
All
right, cool. No fluff stuff. So, what being around the city? I got that. Being around the city and being who you are, no fear. What can you honestly say is the most side of the city that made you feel like you needed a B strap? East or West Baltimore?
East Baltimore. When I first moved to Baltimore, I knew nothing about what parts was safe and what parts weren't. And I moved right off Monuments. And my people was like, yo, they from Baltimore. I have good men in Baltimore. Right. Like, yo.
Oh, God.
Yo, I'm not coming to your house, yo. Like, what you mean? It's a nice little house. We got a nice little house.
Right.
The hospital, right?
Right, yeah, John.
Hopkins right there. Like, I'm in a good area, bro. What are you talking about? Like, yo, I ain't coming over there, yo. I'm like, damn. So, yeah, and then some of the parts, the street lights don't come on. They just don't come on. It's all shadows. It's all shadows when I'm driving down the street. I'm like, oh, no. It's like you got critters running around. So I definitely moved. I moved there, for sure. I moved over west. The things are the best. For sure.
I wasn't social distance. I give you a that. Oh, man. So, man, that was hilarious. I had to catch my breath laughing. I needed that laugh. But on a more serious tip, but not as serious as earlier, to me, respect is most given when you give it to others, to me. So you can have all the money, jewelry, cars, women, men, estates, whatever you want in the world, but if you're not, giving your part back to the universe and in the sense of helping somebody else, to me, you're not really successful. So, high key or low key, what have you done in the community, whether it be your community or the city of, but more specifically, the city of Baltimore, that people should know about you? What have you done?
All right, so in Northeast DC, me and my brothers, we have a space. We opened up a boxing gym that's free to the community, free to the youth.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know about, but I used to
now they
put it on. It's called Noman's Youth Boxing Gym. It's at 2403 Bennett Road. Hours are from 4 to 8. Bring your kids, and they get free boxing lessons
Wow.
from a Golden Gloves champion coach.
Wow. Y'all heard that, right? All right.
For sure. And I always try to put little events together to go shooting with a group, or try to put a bigger event together as our young brothers, we shoot collectively. You know, black men with firearms, and we shooting together. You know,
I'm coming.
Yeah, men, women, and children.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I've been doing. But what I really want to do is start hosting self-defense classes in Baltimore. I mean, I do a lot in DC, but
let's make it happen.
you guys need some little help too over here.
Yeah, definitely. I think, you know what, I think on that note, you know, seriously, if there was more self-defense class where people would be more hands-on versus pulling the trigger, it would be a lot less issues here. A lot of people can't fight or don't know or fear that they're going to be embarrassed or world star or YouTube. So the quick first thing they do is go to the weapon because they don't want to be embarrassed.
That's true. You're absolutely true.
So I know some people with some spaces, so off camera we can make that happen.
Quick sure, man. Yeah.
So I got you. But that's super dope, man. I hope everybody got that. If you didn't, we'll link it in the description below. Because we definitely want the babies to be, you know, prepared to self-defend themselves in these crazy times like this. Just never know. But with that being said, you know, where do you see Baltimore? Like you lived over east, lived over west, got some dope friends. I mean, obviously you here with me, we really good friends. You know, a lot of people don't know that. Now they do. We talk a lot, but where do you see the city going in the next 5 years? What is your honest opinion with everything going on?
Oh man, I don't feel like I've been here long enough to really
respect it.
Yeah,
Where do you want to see it? So what would you like to see in the city? That's a better question.
I would like to see less drug action. I mean, we still got corner boys in Baltimore. In DC, we got a few corners open, but Baltimore,
it's like open season.
It's open season on the corners. Like you got young brothers still working the corners. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's to me, that's crazy. You know,
it's crazy to me too.
So that's definitely less drug traffic. You know, less people on fathers, grandfathers, mothers on drugs.
Well, you know what? I challenge you, entrepreneur to entrepreneur. I think the way to solve that is to continue to create streams of income for them outside of what they think
for sure
are streams of income. So as we build these businesses, you know, build them not only where they can take care of our families, but we can start hiring other people's families as well. And I think that'll kind of, because you know, if you get them a different means to make money, then they may be looking for a way out. You know, I walked the streets with a couple men before, and when I asked, we rolled up on them on the corner, you know, with the Nation of Islam, respect to them and those brothers, and we asked them like, straight up, why y'all here? I ain't gonna say what we was, you know, we was in the trenches, so I respect them brothers too. But we asked them like, yo, why you out here? Yeah. And they're like, yo, you got something better.
You got something better. Right.
You know what I mean? So, you know, they had a lot of respect. Even though they ain't like us growing up on that territory, they had a lot of respect. So I just challenge you to create gainful enough income where not only you can break your generational curses, but you can help break others.
Yeah.
And I'll join you in that battle as well.
Yeah, I know you will, brother. Yeah.
So last thing before we go is just, you know, what do you plan on always having a stake in the city? Like, you know, you do a lot of things quiet kept, but like, no matter where you travel or go, you know, around the world, do you always feel like you'll have something here, like a center, a house, a piece of property in Baltimore?
Oh yeah, right. We ain't leaving Baltimore, man.
Hey, talk about. Yeah, talk about.
You know, the kids fell in love with the community. You know, the family, we here. So
I want to learn more about DC. I don't know really nothing about this. I've been in there probably like 6 or 7 times in my life for like sports games and stuff like that. But I'm a take this upon myself to challenge myself to learn more about your city too, and try to, you know, send some opportunities up there as well.
Mm-hmm. Man, what a super dope interview, man. If you missed that information about the free kids boxing program in DC, it's going to be in the description below. Also, are you fighting in the comment battles? How are you not fighting in the comment battles? What was the dopest part of the Mark Choppa interview? Whoever got the best comment, remember, you're going to win a free item from Be Easy Clothing Company, all right? We're going to make sure we put that all on our social media so everybody can know you got that drip, man. Who don't want that drip? You're crazy, man. Remember to stay lethal and legal by clicking, and subscribing the button. And next week, you never know who we going to have on there.